In today's era of digital transformation, the way we do business is constantly evolving. Customers consume solutions differently. Partners deliver solutions differently. To meet the wide range of needs for both partner and consumer, we at Fortinet have adapted our partner program to be more flexible and thoughtful, helping you to become more profitable. Whether you're a reseller delivering Fortinet solutions or a consultancy who is delivering services, the process is the same, and it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. First, you decide your level of engagement. Maybe you're an advocate, just starting off with Fortinet's line of solutions. Or perhaps you're an expert who's deeply invested with us and delivering a wide range of our products. Or maybe you're somewhere in between. However you want to engage with us is totally up to you. Second, you choose the business model that fits your company's structure. Maybe you prefer an integrator model where you resell our solutions. Or maybe you're an MSSP looking to buy our products and reap the benefits of recurring revenue for you and a predictable cost model for your customers. Or maybe you're born in the cloud and sell solutions via AWS or Azure. Or perhaps you're all three. However you want to do business, we have the routes to market for you. Finally, you get to decide if you want to specialize. Specializations can help differentiate your business. Maybe you focus on secure SD-WAN or data center or dynamic cloud. By specializing, you open doors to a wide variety of incentives, rewards, benefits, and more. Behind each specialization, we provide vital training so your salespeople understand the sales play and your tech people can understand the solution. Or perhaps you want to build up to a specialization. That's fine too, because that's the whole point. You. We're here to help you and your business grow to meet the constantly evolving demands of the market. Contact us today and find out how you can take advantage of our Fortinet Engage Partner Program.
Hello everyone. So I hope everyone saw this video. This is a very nice video explaining our strategy and where we are heading with our new partner program. So now I want to take you through a quick presentation on the partner program. And as I mentioned earlier, if you have any queries, any questions, please feel free to, we'll have a Q&A session. Also, you can reach out to us, to all our channel managers across the region, and we'll be more than happy to support you. So if you look at the objective of this program, it's very simple and very clear. This Engage Partner Program addresses the required technology and the sales skills needed from a new network ecosystems, such as the next generation branch offices, dynamic cloud environments comprised of multi-cloud and hybrid cloud. So this program is based on three main concepts. Before we get into the details, as I said to you, we understand the diversity of our channel. You all are different. You all operate in different environments. Some of you operate in a very complex security environment. So we understand the diversity. And one of the objectives is, this is a kind of an a la carte program. We do not want to lock any partners down, saying you are a reseller, you are a MSSP, or you are cloud. So we want to offer you the flexibility and the agility to decide and determine your relationship and build a strong relationship with Fortinet for the next 3 to 5 years. On top of that, we all know the opportunity. We have a huge opportunity in front of us. So we need a program which can support the strategy, and we work together to build a strong synergy. So the new partner program is called Engage. This was launched last month on the 18th of Feb. It's already up and running. If you go to the partner portal, you can see your level of engagements have changed, your partnership name have changed, and even you see the business models. you all must have got an email, especially the primary contacts on the partner portal must have received an email to choose the business models. So I'm going to take you through how with the three pillars. There are three main pillars of this program. I'm going to talk about the new NSE certification part, which is very important, and on top of everything, the specialization when you can differentiate yourself. Uh, just to take you through the building blocks, the 3D approach, there are three main pillars of this program. The first one, as I said, is the relationship, is the engagement, what you want to develop with Fortinet for the next 5 years. And this will determine the type of expertise, benefits, and the revenue we can develop together. So the first pillar of this program is the engagement. The next one is the business model. So we all know some of our partners, some of our resellers, they have a business model, a go-to-market strategy, but we do not want to lock you down. So basically, some of our partners provide on-prem solutions, some operate in the cloud, they're born in the cloud. I'm going to talk more about this. And then we got the MSSP. So this is the business models. And then we got the specialization. Very important thing is we are not enforcing any specialization on partners. Now, this is an optional. Partners has the ability to stand out from others. And this is one of the very important and hot topic where you can be a partner of choice to support all the projects, support our end customers, and be the trusted advisor for your customers. So if you look at the 3D approach, we got these three building blocks, the level of engagement, the business model, and the specialization. Let me take you to the first pillar of this program, which is the level of engagement. So this is going to determine the type of relationship, the expertise, and revenue we develop together. The first one is the advocate. This is an ad hoc engagement, but partners want to become a Fortinet partner. This is basically the starting point where partners interested in starting a relationship, but there is no commitment as such. And with this, it comes with a very limited benefits. This was initially called as authorized. So any partner who registers on a Fortinet partner portal and who wants to do business, that is they called as advocate. So this is the lowest level of partnership. And definitely it comes with the level of discounts as well. The second level of partnership is select, which was previously called as silver. There is a bit of commitment here where partners needs to have the sales certification as well as one of the technical certification. I'm going to talk more about this. And there is a commitment here that this partners deliver superior security solutions, especially focused on the mid-size or the SMB. The next level of partnership is the advanced. This is similar to the gold. Initially, it was called as gold in the previous program, and now it's called advanced. These partners are proven to deliver a full spectrum of Fortinet solutions, and they've got the certification to handle various implementations and requirements from our customers. These partners also operate in a kind of a very complex environments as well. So advanced is similar to gold. The next is the ultimate, which is the expert, and this was previously called as platinum. So the expert, they have all the expertise, and they have demonstrated consistently high revenue and can deliver full range of Fortinet solutions with the expertise. They manage very complex deployments. They work on large projects, and they have the expertise to deploy full range of Fortinet solutions. So with the level of engagement comes the business models. Now the partners have the choice to select their business models. The business models is the go-to market. And we, as I said to you, we want to unlock the partner from a single type of business model. We don't want to lock you down saying you are an MSSP, you are an integrator. So this gives you the agility and the flexibility to choose your business models. So let's look at the different business models. The first one is the integrator. This is primarily reselling to customers, mostly on-prem solutions. And this is available across all the level of engagements, the advocate, select, advanced, and the expert. The second business model is the MSSP, where we see the substantial part of revenue comes from selling managed services. They've got the expertise, they've got the mechanism to sell managed services to their customers, and they've got the all the expertise to manage the MSSP. Next level of the next business model is the marketplace. These are the partners who we call them like born in the cloud, and they are cloud certified. They use different platforms to support a different consumption model. Basically, they can be with Amazon or the Microsoft Azure cloud, so they can use their own marketplace as well. So this business model, the partners needs to select if they are a cloud partner. So these are the different level of engagement and the business models. As I mentioned earlier, to stand out from others, we got the specialization, and this will differentiate yourself from the competitors. And this is the key. We are not enforcing, but this is optional. But this is very, very important for all the levels of partnership, and this is available from select and above. So basically, the first is the data center specialization. And I'm going to take you through the new NSE certification and the NSE path and the transition process, how it is transitioned into the new data center specialization. The first level of specialization is the data center, which is the second one, as we all know, SD-WAN. So secure SD-WAN is the new certification. We have the wireless, the secure access as the SD branch. And then the we have a lot of new certification that's for the cloud, the dynamic cloud. So these are optional certification. Now, if you look at the overall, we got the level of engagement, where we decide on the level of engagement. Then we got the business models tied into all this level of partner engagement. You will decide on the business model, the best fit for your business. And then on top of that, you want to differentiate from others. If you look at our partner locator, any of our customers who wants to select a partner of their choice based on specialization, they can go to the partner locator and select if they want a data center specialist, if they want a SD-WAN specialist. This will be highlighted on the partner portal. So it is very important to acquire the skill sets. Josefa is going to talk more about today's discussion, and the topic what we have chosen today is SD-WAN. He's going to talk about the certifications. He's going to talk about the trainings available on our partner portal, and he's going to demonstrate live about how the secure SD-WAN. So I'm sure everybody is clear on this. If you have any questions, please feel free. We'll have a Q&A at the end of the session. So next, the next phase will be the zero trust network access and the OT. So that's this second phase, which is coming most probably in the H2 of 2020. How does the transition process work? So we have already transitioned into the new partner program, the Engage. Let me just quickly take you through. This has already been transitioned. As I said to you, if you go to the partner portal, your level of engagement is already defined. Your partnership level is already changed. And you have been notified to select multiple business models as well. So as you see, authorized is now advocate, silver is select, gold is advanced, platinum is expert, and the global remains global. On top of that, the business models, resellers, integrator, MSSP, and the new one is the marketplace. So there's a possibility to add more, and you have all got an email sent to all the primary contacts of the partners where they had to fill in a dedicated questionnaire located on the partner portal. They can still do it if they want, if they feel that they need to change their business model or they need to have multiple business models. When it comes to certifications, NSE 8, all the partners who have NSE 8, which is the valid NSE 8 certification, will be transitioned into data center specialist. We then have the NSE 7 secure access and the SD-WAN and the cloud. I'll talk more about this in the new certification program. So I'm sure everybody wants to know what are the benefits of being part of this Engage Partner Program. So increased Fortinet ROI, as I said to you, a level of engagement is very important. This will determine the revenue we can build together. And this will also help you to align with our channel strategy. You need to have a level of certifications and build the right expertise. Expand business and footprint. We all know that we got a direct touch enterprise team in each of the regions. They are located, they are on the ground. So this will help our team to identify the right partners to support them with the end customers. So it's very important to have the right skill sets and the specialization to support the business needs. So use different business models to sell and consume. You can add, you can choose and add multiple business models. You can be a laser focused as well. So you can be only MSSP or you can be only cloud. On top of that, this will help you to stand out from others and become the trusted advisor for your customers. So the integrator, the important thing you need to know is the recommended partner discounts remain unchanged. So there is no change in the discount levels. Although we have changed we have moved away from the medal status, but the discounts remain the same. So additional benefits come with this new program. We got some exciting vendor incentive program, and this is applicable to all the expert and some of the eligible advanced partners. So there is an opportunity to earn 1% backend rebate, and this will be paid directly to Fortinet partners by Fortinet, and this will be calculated based on the target. So all our enterprise channel managers across the region, they're working very closely with all the expert and the advanced partners to make sure they are in line with the Fortinet strategy. They have got a target. If they have not received the target, they will receive the target, and they agree on the required legal aspects as well, where how the vendor, when the partner will get the incentive. So they can earn up to $350,000, which is 1% backend rebate based on the targets assigned to them. So it's half yearly. So we are into H1, and then we will get another target for H2. I'm sure all our channel managers are working closely with the top partners in the region. So it's very important that you keep moving from the current partnership to the next level, because there's a huge incentive in place for all the expert and the advanced. We do not have any 40 reward program for H1, but definitely there is something which is coming up in H2 for all the select and above. On top of this, some of the benefits are the preferred invitations and access to free products, preferential access to the Fortinet communities and free products for the expert partners. For MSSP, we offering the access to the FDN, FortiDeploy, Converter, and FortiPortal. And for the marketplace, we got a joint approach to all the Microsoft and Amazon. Now, looking at the specialization, and this is very important. As I mentioned to you, specialization is the key to stand out from others. This becomes a very important and strategic link on all solutions to drive our double-digit growth in the region. I'm not sure if you can see this slide, but I'll take you through the specialization and the certification required. So the select, advanced, and expert, and the first one is the advocate, which is the ad hoc relationship. So specializations is available only for select and above. So it's very important all our advocate partners understand this, and they make sure that they complete all the required sales and one NSE4 certification to move up to the select partnership. NFR discounts, specific NFR discounts to support the specialization. This is available. And then we got some free invitations to Fortinet's corporate events and like the NSE Experts Academy. So again, this is one of the important topic. I just want to highlight the new NSE program. This is important. All the information is available on a partner portal. And I want to request one thing, please, if you do not have an access to our partner portal, you are missing something very important. So please make sure if you don't have access to the partner program, please reach out to us or our distributors, and we'll help you to give that access. Your primary member or primary contact in the partner portal can add or remove members of the organization. In case if it's not available, if there's any changes, please reach out to us, and we'll make sure that we'll add you to the partner program, partner portal. So what remains the same is the select and the integrator requirements. If you see, the advocate requires one, two, uh, is the basic requirements, one, two, three, which is the sales certifications. And then the select integrator, they need to have one, two, and four. So this is same what was the previous requirements for silver partnership. For advanced, it is important if you are an integrator, you need to have two NSE1, two NSE2, two NSE4, one NSE5, and one NSE7. So this is mandatory for an advanced partner to maintain their current partnership transition from gold to advanced. They need to have the certification. And in case if they have selected an SSP, there is another level of certification they need to complete. I'm sure everybody have received an email regarding the transition and the compliance part of this. Probably, I guess we have given like almost 6 months to make sure that you maintain your certification and maintain your partnership. So all this information is available on the partner portal. What has changed, and this is important, as I said, NSE 8 validates data center specialization. There's a new set of training available on the partner portal. If you go to NSE certifications for the cloud and the marketplace, and SD-WAN is again another new certification and the specialization. So it's supposed one of the specialization criteria, which Josefa is going to talk about. So some of the growth factors to support our double-digit growth, we have, as you know, we focus on the SMB, the mid-market, enterprise, very large enterprises, and the telcos. We got the engine to support all the segments, support our partners on adoption of the new partnerships, especially on the cloud and the managed services. We got the business model where the partners can choose a marketplace cloud. We got the distributor marketplace. We are working very closely with the distributors to enhance this and to make sure that we can support their marketplace. We got a dedicated channel enablement program for all the cloud partners. We got a dedicated channel manager for the cloud. If you have any requirements on the cloud, please reach out to us and we'll make sure that we can have a one-to-one discussion how we can build this synergy together. For the managed services, you can go and select the managed services business model, and we got again a dedicated channel enablement program and a different set of trainings for all the MSSPs. One program to support your strategy. Please make sure that we understand the Engage program. If you need any special training or any discussion you want to have regarding the Engage program and where you want to be, and if you're confused on deciding on the level of engagement, the business models, and the specialization, please reach out to us. This will help you. We got a lot of new benefits and tactics to support our strategy and a lot of new enablement. Today, we are specifically talk about SD-WAN. So we got the cloud and the MSSP, and then we support the different segments of our business, which is the SMB, enterprise, and VLE. So that's it from me. All the information about Engage is available on the partner portal. And if you have any questions, please feel free. We'll have a Q&A, and we have a quiz also. As Binda mentioned, we have a quiz at the end of the session. There are a lot of goodies to take away. And with this, thank you once again, and I'll hand it over to Josefa.
Hello everyone. So sorry for the inconvenience caused. Josefa is just having some technical issues. He's trying to join the call. Just give us a minute. We're trying to fix it. Yeah.
Hello everyone. So Josefa is just fixing his laptop. So I guess we have another 1 or 2 minutes. So I'll go ahead and play the same video again to some of you who have joined now.
Hello everyone. So sorry for the delay, some unexpected issue. So first of all, thank you, Zaki, for giving us a brief intro to the new Engage Partner Program. And I would like to thank you all of the attendees to who have joined us for this webinar. So I am Josefa. I am the pre-sales consultant at Redington Gulf. So I will be taking you through to the rest of the session before we move to the Q&A session. And at the end of my presentation, I will give you a live demo, okay, of SD-WAN. And also we have a quiz at the end of the session. So, there is a surprise gift. So I would, ask everyone to be part of the quiz. So now Fortinet Secure SD-WAN, we are already a step ahead of our competition when we say secure SD-WAN. So we are not just SD-WAN, we are a consolidated solution with our award-winning next generation firewall security, that is FortiGate. Okay. So when you buy FortiGate, you don't need to purchase any other thing for using SD-WAN. Now, when we move on to the SD-WAN challenges or the customer challenges. So today, as per Gartner, 34% of the customers face complex management issues for managing their WAN across branch locations. And 47% of them mention increasing WAN costs as their main issue, because let's face it, MPLS and other dedicated lease lines, okay, are very expensive. Plus the firewalls or the next generation firewalls, along with any WAN edge technology they have, it gives them poor application experience, or maybe it is not even application aware. Okay. And one of the biggest concerns for customers is low security posture. Okay. So even when they are able to do a certain level of load balancing, a certain level of WAN management, but they are not able to provide next generation firewall security. Moving on, SD-WAN, you can simplify it into two major parameters. One is the simplification that it brings, and the functionality that it brings along with it. So SD-WAN is you can consider it as a very lightweight replacement to routers and traditional firewalls or legacy firewalls. Along with it, it dramatically simplifies the traditional WAN complexity. So everything is under one console. So every management, all functionalities, all rules under one console. So it dramatically simplifies the WAN complexity and helps us in moving on from traditional routers and legacy firewalls. Plus, it provides better cloud application performance. Okay, it is application aware, and it gives better performance for cloud applications. So the user experience is enhanced. And apart from that, as we mentioned, FortiGate is not just SD-WAN, it is secure SD-WAN. So whatever communication happens through FortiGate is secured through our award-winning next generation firewall capabilities. So Fortinet Secure SD-WAN Evolution, when we talk about SD-WAN, okay, so recently, because of the boom in the industry, boom in the market for SD-WAN, we are seeing a lot of players who have joined in for SD-WAN. Okay, but as we mentioned, we were already a step ahead of our competition with our secure SD-WAN offering. And now is the time when our competition will move to the next phase, that is the secure SD-WAN. And by the time they do that, we are already into the next phase of evolution for us, that is secure SD branch. So I have a few slides on secure SD branch, which will explain you what it is and how it is different from other SD-WAN providers and secure SD-WAN. So SD-WAN for Fortinet, if you see this slide has a data of quarter 1 of 2019 and quarter 2 of 2019. So if you see just a quarter-on-quarter growth for SD-WAN business for Fortinet is 234%. And this industry, SD-WAN industry, is in a coming years, it will be close to a $3 billion industry. Okay, so there is a huge opportunity, there is huge market to take advantage of for increasing your business and selling SD-WAN solutions. So now, when you see from 2019 Q1, our market share was 4.3%, and in just one quarter we have moved to 11%. So, and we are among the top 3 SD-WAN vendors now. So Fortinet Secure SD-WAN enables WAN Edge ROI, return of investment, and it is instant. The return of investment is instant. So now, few of our features are centralized management. Now, if a customer has a lot of branches, a distributed environment, okay, so we can manage our SD-WAN solution, our FortiGate solution through a single pane of glass management, a centralized management, which can globally manage, deploy, and monitor the SD-WAN solutions deployed at each of the customer's branch location. And it provides visibility and reports of the applications that you have visited, okay, and it gives a productivity report to the customer. So SD-WAN also helps in reducing the cost. So branch locations can now have DIA, that is direct internet access to cloud applications, and they don't need to have expensive MPLS links, okay, at each of the branch location and backhauling all the WAN or all the cloud business application traffic to the data center. Okay, they can directly go to the internet. So, but the challenge with this was the customer was concerned about the security, but our SD-WAN solution comes consolidated with our FortiGate next generation firewall. So again, we take out that issue or that concern of the customer. So for Fortinet Secure SD-WAN use cases, one of the use cases is simplified operations. We have already discussed this. So reduces complexity by consolidating point products. So customers now have different solutions. They have a different link load balancing solution or a SD-WAN solution. They have a router, they have a firewall. So we give a consolidated approach, a single pane of glass management on top of that. Okay, so this helps in reducing the cost 3 times. Then we also reduce the WAN cost. So we help in the customer in migrating from expensive, lease lines, expensive dedicated links to direct internet access, which is much cheaper via ADSL links. So we also enable cloud ready branch. So we'll see that the SD branch offering. So Fortinet Secure SD-WAN security-driven networking. By that, what we mean is we not just provide SD-WAN technology, we provide centralized management and analytics for your whole architecture. Okay, and with our new FortiOS 6.2, we provide SD advanced routing, SD-WAN, running on top of our next generation firewall, giving WAN optimization. Plus, the newest addition to our product lineup is our newest chipset. So we have already started releasing our new models, the F series models, which are installed with purpose-built FortiS6. Now, S6 are purpose-built hardware acceleration chips. So we have, this is the first time that a vendor has a purpose-built hardware acceleration chips for SD-WAN. So SOC 4 is our ASIC just to enhance the performance of SD-WAN. Now, the 3 things that I mentioned in the previous slides, FortiManager, FortiOS, and FortiGate SOC 4. Why they are important? Because these are new innovations in the industry. So Fortinet is not just following anyone or following any particular vendor to reach a particular roadmap. No, we are innovating this industry. So we are innovating with our Forti manager. So our Forti manager not just manages the devices, it can also manage the SD-WAN functionality of all the branch locations from a single console. Our FortiOS 6.2 comes with more and more advanced features. We'll see some of the advanced features that are available with 6.2, and we'll also see that for SD-WAN is not new for us. Okay, we are doing SD-WAN from more than a decade. We are just evolving. We are just evolving, and will continue to evolve with more and more features in the coming, firmware releases. And as I mentioned, industry's first secure SD-WAN ASIC. So FortiSOC 4 system on a chip 4 is the first secure SD-WAN ASIC in the industry. So FortiGate provides best of breed SD-WAN capabilities. It is application aware. So you get a visibility of more than 5,000 plus applications. You can control traffic flow for more than 5,000 applications. Plus we have multipath intelligence. So we can do application steering, we can do traffic steering based on performance SLAs. So SLA, service level agreement. So if for reaching a particular destination, or for providing access to a particular application, if it does not match, if it does not match a particular SLA target, okay, if the primary link goes above a certain threshold, we can move the traffic automatically to a secondary link which is within our SLA targets. We have also introduced some new features in the FortiOS 6.2. We have WAN path remediation to to correct the issues of any packet loss during the packet transfers. So it is done via FEC, forward error correction. We'll see that. We'll have a look at that briefly. And tunnel bandwidth aggregation. So this is again a very useful feature that comes with the new firmware. So when you have SD-WAN devices at both ends, when you have SD-WAN devices at all the branch locations, you can also aggregate the bandwidth. If you have multiple VPN connections from your branch offices to your head office, you can aggregate the connection. If you have two IPsec VPNs, you can aggregate those connections and get a combined throughput. So that is somewhat a new feature that we have added in 6.2. Plus simplified monitoring and management through our Forti manager. So not just you can manage, you can also monitor the performance and monitor the SD-WAN capabilities on all the branch locations from a single console. Segmentation. So this is for MSSP partners, or providing multi-tenancy. So we also have our patented technology VDOMs, virtual domains. So SD-WAN is supported in each individual VDOM. Okay, so you can also take advantage of our VDOM technology with SD-WAN and provide multi-tenancy to the customers. Now, flexible SD-WAN rules. Now, when we say that we can direct traffic, a certain traffic from a certain link, it's not just as simple as selecting a particular application and we are just selecting the outgoing interface. No. Okay. In terms of configuration, yes, it is that simple, but there are a lot of calculations that FortiGate does in the backend to determine the best link for your particular application, for your particular service. So we have different rules. We have a best quality rule. So if you have multiple internet links for a certain application, if you want that your traffic should always go through the link which has the best quality or best connectivity to that application, you can choose best quality. Lowest cost. So you can also provide manual costs or manual weight to interfaces. So this is sort of a manual approach. So So links with equal cost and within SLAs will be selected. Okay, and links with higher cost, that means they are not the best link and they will not be selected. Okay, but in both the cases, whether the cost is high or low, they have to match a certain SLA target, performance SLAs. If they don't satisfy the performance SLAs, they will not be selected for load balancing. Then we have maximum bandwidth. So maximum bandwidth is our newest introduction in FortiOS 6.2. So earlier, SD-WAN was only used to select the best link, but now with maximum bandwidth, we can also do load balancing for certain traffic. And this load balancing is an advanced load balancing. It is not a session based load balancing. It is a per packet load balancing, which is a requirement for SD-WAN. So SD-WAN solutions, if any SD-WAN solution comes, if any SD-WAN solution vendor comes and says they don't do packet based load balancing, then they are basically not doing SD-WAN. They are just doing load balancing, traditional load balancing. And also manual, as the name suggests, it is as simple. I want a certain application, in this example Office 365. I want Office 365 to always go via WAN 1. No need to calculate any SLAs, no need to do any monitoring, nothing. So we have different rules. So as you can see, it is very flexible. So we have best quality, lowest cost. For some applications, if you need higher bandwidth, we can give maximum bandwidth where you can load balance across all your internet links. And we have manual. WAN path remediation. This is something that we have added in the newest OS 6.2. It's FEC, forward error correction. So uh, when the traffic is sent between two SD-WAN solutions, that is FortiGate on one end and FortiGate on another end, we can introduce forward error correction. Okay, so if you see, the green packet is being inserted in addition to the original packets. So when there is a packet loss, when the packet gets lost during the transfer, FortiGate can reconstruct the packet and send it to the destination. So this is what an advanced mechanism that we have added in our newest firmware release. Now, as I mentioned, FortiGate SD-WAN is not new. Okay, so for us, SD-WAN is not new. We are doing this for more than a decade. Okay, so it's just evolving with each and every firmware. So we have 6.2 already released and 6.4 is already in the roadmap, in the future roadmap. Okay, so which will come with more and more enhancements for SD-WAN. So the point of mentioning all of this is that Fortinet is, constantly evolving in terms of technology. And the whole point is they are not following someone. Okay, they are leading this particular industry, they are leading this particular technology. Okay, and the competitors will always be one step behind us. Okay, and the best part, SD-WAN for us already comes included with the FortiGate. There is no separate solution that the customer needs to buy. When they buy FortiGate, they have SD-WAN by default. So as you can see, starting from our 2.8 firmware, we introduced policy route. So policy based routing was introduced. Now policy based routing is very common, but 2.8 firmware, here we are talking more than 12 to 13 years ago. Okay, so it was a very big initiative. It was a very big feature. Then in the next firmwares, we released uh, load balancing, equal cost multipath load balancing, dead gateway detection. Then coming to 6.0, we introduced the SD-WAN, dedicated interface called SD-WAN. Then we also introduced ISDB, Internet Service Database. So it's a huge database of known cloud services. Okay, which is regularly updated by our global threat intelligence platform FortiGuard. So if you want to create manual policies, you can just select the ISDB application like Office 365, Facebook, Skype. So it will have all the informations, all the destinations, all the ports that are used by that particular cloud service. So no need to create huge policies or complex policies to facilitate that particular traffic. You can just select an ISDB entry and you are good to go. In our newest 6.2 firmware, as we saw earlier, we have added WAN edge resiliency in the form of forward error correction. We have added the SD-WAN rule load balance, which is maximize bandwidth. We have introduced per packet load balance, which is what a true SD-WAN should be. Okay. Then we have also introduced AD-VPN, our auto discovery or dynamic VPN solution into SD-WAN. Then cloud assist monitoring, and there are also factory default health checks and performance SLAs as a benchmark that you can use for your configurations. So the new purpose-built secure SD-WAN ASIC, the first of its kind. So ultra-fast SD-WAN performance and best of breed security. So SD-WAN runs on our FortiGate platform. So we have the award-winning next generation firewall. So it gives the best in breed security. Ease of use. So I will just take you through the demo. So you will see how easy it is to use SD-WAN, and it is SD branch enabled. So it's already consolidated to provide SD branch. Now we have introduced some new models this quarter and the last quarter. So we have the FortiGate 100F series. Okay. So and 100F series, the new F series comes with the SOC 4 chip, which is purpose built for SD-WAN, first of its kind. So as you can see, the VPN throughput provided by the 100F series is 11.5 Gbps. Okay. And you can see the competitive models from our competitors. So you can see that they are negligible in front of us. And we have not just picked up any entry level model, we have picked up a comparative model to our 100F. Okay, so what they will propose, in terms of competition against our 100F. So you can see there is a huge difference in the in the VPN Gbps throughput, and also we provide security. So you can see the next generation firewall security throughput also way ahead of our competition. Then for smaller branch offices or for very much distributed environment, very small branch offices, we have our FortiGate 60F SD-WAN device. Again, it's a desktop model. It's a small model, but it's a powerhouse. Okay, it provides 6.5 Gbps of VPN throughput and 1 Gbps of next generation firewall. Okay, this particular small device can compare to any mid enterprise device of other vendors. So it is that powerful. So we'll look at a couple of use cases of SD-WAN and the solution as a whole. So SD-WAN can help the branches become cloud ready. Okay. One of the major concerns for being cloud ready is whether or not we will be able to provide that level of security. But with FortiGate, will only be providing SD-WAN, will be providing a secured connection to your public clouds, to your SaaS applications. Okay. And at the same time, we can still retain the existing MPLS, which connects to the data center. So not a lot of traffic goes to the data center, because now the branches can be self-sufficient, and they can go to internet directly from their internet. They will no longer be dependent on the data center, and the customer will also be relaxed thinking that we have the best of breed security that is deployed at the branch. Now, SD-WAN Cloud on Ramp for IaaS and SaaS and infrastructure as a service and software as a service. So last mile optimization. So when we have SD-WAN at the branch location or at our office premise, and we have the same SD-WAN device in virtual form on any of the infrastructure as a service providers like Amazon, Azure, Google Cloud, Alibaba, Oracle, IBM, whatever you name it, we have our FortiGate solution. So even in the VM format, we have SD-WAN. So that can provide the last mile, WAN optimization. Now we have also, integrated with our fabric ready partner. So the partner is Teridian. So we have an integrated solution with Teridian, so that provides a middle mile optimization. So what happens once once the traffic goes out of FortiGate, when FortiGate enhances, it has to reach the internet through a cluster of routers, right? So we have a provider which can optimize that particular traffic for you, okay, for SaaS based applications. On top of that, we have FortiCASB, our cloud access security broker, which provides security and visibility and monitoring for known cloud-based applications like Salesforce, Office 365, and so on. Key security and cloud optimization capabilities. So one of the major capabilities of FortiGate is our threat protection. We are leaders in the Gartner Magic Quadrant for, and we are also recommended by third-party certifications by NSS Labs. We provide the fastest SSL inspection. We provide deep SSL inspection with the fastest performance. We provide cloud on RAM, that is last mile and middle mile optimization for cloud applications. Then we have FortiCASB, which is our cloud access security broker, which provides user behavior monitoring, shadow IT discovery for major SaaS applications. Second use case is simplifying the operations. Now, as a customer, as a distributed customer, they might be having huge number of branch locations, okay, which might add a lot of complexity in managing the WAN offerings. So now we have simplified operations through our FortiGate FortiManager, which can act as a centralized management and an analytics solution for your branch offices. So which you can also configure or deploy the branch location firewalls using our zero touch provisioning. So all they need to do is connect the device to internet. Okay, and FortiManager can push all the configuration and configure that particular device. When edge orchestration, single pane of glass. So this talks about more features about our FortiManager capabilities. So we have centralized management. So we also have the new SD-WAN policy template. Okay, so you can create a policy template and deploy that template to the branch locations. Analytics and reporting. So for FortiManager also has NOC and SOC dashboards and reports, so which you can take advantage of. We also support zero touch deployment with FortiCloud for both SD-WAN and SD branch as well. And also compliance, we have an in-house auditing mechanism or inbuilt auditing mechanism called security rating, which can analyze your or audit your configuration and give recommendations to you. You can also simply click and fix those particular issues. So single pane of glass management for FortiManager. It provides SD-WAN templates, NOC dashboards, SOC dashboards, and SD-WAN expanded SLA monitoring. So from the same console, you can monitor the SLAs that are being generated, or the SLAs of each and every individual branch locations. You can also push the security policies, the firewall policies from FortiManager. So, all the secure SD-WAN functionalities, it can be pushed from a single console. And we have SD branch. So as I mentioned, so FortiManager also helps us in provisioning SD branch. So from the same management console, you are not just managing FortiGate, which is the next generation firewall, you are also managing its SD-WAN solution. You are managing the 40 switches and 40 APs that are deployed in the branch location from a single console. So you can see the different dashboards that are available. Single pane of glass management. Okay, the NOC SOC dashboards. Okay, so this is the SD-WAN monitor, which you can see. This is the 40 switch monitor, so you can also manage the switches, the APs, and everything. These are all the different monitors of FortiManager. Now, evolution of wide area networking at the branch. So the first evolution came as SD-WAN, then came secure SD-WAN, then now SD branch. Okay, SD branch is nothing but a consolidation and integration of your security, your WAN optimization, your networking, that is switches and APs into one single solution. So Fortinet Secure SD branch, if we move into more details, it provides consolidation, it provides integration, okay, access management built into FortiOS directly integrated into the FortiGate. So your FortiGate solution, okay, not just gives you SD-WAN, it gives you a centralized management for your 40 switches and 40 APs. Okay, so each FortiGate deployed at your branch can act as a switch controller and an AP controller, and all your branch locations can be controlled via a central FortiManager. Okay, so FortiGate access management through FortiLink. So FortiLink is the protocol which is used to manage our 40 switches. Okay, and the 40 APs. So in turn, the 40 APs which connect to our switches, they can be detected by the FortiGate, and we can manage our 40 switches and 40 APs all the time. Okay, so there is no disconnection in the management of the switches and APs. Continuously, you will be able to monitor them and make any immediate changes. If you want to do, you can do that instantly. So market validation. So we all those features, whatever we say, okay, it's not just Fortinet, boasting about itself. We have a lot of third-party recommendations and accreditations which approve of our claims. So we have Gartner report to assist us in our promoting of SD-WAN. We have NSS results. So Fortinet has been recommended by NSS Labs for SD-WAN, and also we have a huge uh, uh, in a huge inventory of brand names of our customers, which can provide testimonials for Fortinet SD-WAN. So this is Gartner's 2018 Magic Quadrant for WAN Edge. As you can see, Fortinet is in the Challengers quadrant, and we are at the edge of the Challengers quadrant. So just one push and we'll be in the Leaders quadrant. Okay, and uh, back when this Magic Quadrant or this Gartner report was released, Gartner mentioned that Fortinet should be shortlisted for all WAN edge opportunities. Okay, so this is at the start of 2018 when people or when customers were not even discussing SD-WAN. It was very recent in the market. That is when Gartner said that FortiGate should be shortlisted for WAN edge opportunities. Now, here we are not talking about any next generation firewall capabilities, nothing. Okay, it just said that you need something to be placed at the WAN edge which can manage your WAN links, you should shortlist Fortinet. Okay. So we are marked as challenger with furthest completion of vision. Okay, so among the challengers, we are the furthest. So as I mentioned, we are also recommended by SD-WAN. Okay, so we have SD-WAN benefits that NSS Lab states. It's that we have the best total cost of ownership in among all the 8 vendors that were tested for SD-WAN. Okay, we provided zero touch deployment in 6 minutes and a reliable quality of experience score. So this is what NSS Labs tells about Fortinet. So we'll see some competitive slides. Okay, so FortiGate Secure SD-WAN. So advanced SD-WAN and NSS Labs test recommended. So we have Fortinet and VeloCloud. So VeloCloud is now part of VMware. Now VeloCloud also provides security. So, but it provides by spinning up a VM from a next generation firewall provider. It can be Fortinet, it can be Palo Alto, it can be Checkpoint. Okay, so they still rely on a next generation firewall to provide security on top of their SD-WAN solution. Inbuilt NGFW security, we are the only one. Advanced routing and WAN optimization, we provide that with our WAN resiliency itself. Extension to SD branch. So no one comes close to SD branch. Cisco Meraki is there with their switches and APs, but again, we provide zero touch deployment for those and single pane of glass management. So as you can see, we are the only vendor which covers all of these particular features and roles which helps the customer in moving from SD-WAN to secure SD-WAN to SD branch. So Fortinet versus a Cisco router, traditional router. So as you can see, routers or link load balancers come nowhere close to our solution. Now, this was all about Fortinet Secure SD-WAN. So we just had a look of what is SD-WAN in general, and we'll have a short demo also. And so we also looked at the different models that are introduced with our newest Forti SOC 4 chip. Okay, so now we look at CTAP for SD-WAN, our cyber threat assessment program dedicated for SD-WAN. So CTAP is a mechanism or it's a tool given to the partners which can help help them in showing the customers the value of Fortinet, not just in terms of the SD-WAN, in terms of security also. So the purpose of the CTAP is to determine business application performance and WAN bandwidth utilization of the customer. Okay, so it's not just something that you are running as a demo separately. It's there live in the customer's environment without without changing any network infrastructure or introducing any delay or any downtime for the customer. And what is the outcome of this particular assessment is that you will be able to evaluate business application behavior. Okay, here we are talking about business related applications and not focusing on the non-business applications like YouTube and Facebook and so on. And we can also show them the WAN cost reduction with the help of direct internet access at branch location instead of going with expensive lease lines and MPLS links. Plus it gives you tools to close that particular deal. So it gives you reports. So reports basically talks about the applications that were used in the customer's environment, the security aspect, and the bandwidth utilization and the resource utilization. So it's a very useful tool to close the deals much faster without introducing any downtime into the customer's network. And plus, you just after the initial deployment, you just have to just collect the logs. That's it. Okay. You don't have to go and frequently visit the customer place and sit there for hours and hours or days. Just create an assessment on the partner portal. I will take you through to the partner portal as well. Now, conducting an assessment, first you go to the partner portal, go to C tab, create an assessment. Okay. After that assessment, you install or deploy that particular device into the customer environment. Then leave that device for at least 3 to 7 days, collect the logs, and with the help of those logs, you will be able to generate a report, SD-WAN report, which you can review and highlight all the critical details to the customer. So what are the benefits? You will be able to evaluate SD-WAN in customers' premise. You will be able to identify what are the business apps and their utilization and receive an assessment report. So it's a win-win solution for everyone. You are not wasting too much time in the POC. The customer does not have to, do tedious network changes. For him, it's as simple as, just plugging up a device without any downtime. So what's included in an SD-WAN assessment report? You have applications. What are the applications that are used? What are the cloud applications, business applications? What was their utilization? You have security. What were the high risk applications? What were the malwares which were caught? What are the zero-day malwares? So SD-WAN, as I mentioned, not just helps you in showing the capabilities of just our WAN edge functionality, it also shows our security capabilities. On top of that, you can also select integration with FortiSandbox. So you can also upsell to the customer. You can also do this particular assessment for existing FortiGate customers to showcase other capabilities of management and even FortiSandbox. So that's it, guys. We'll just quickly move on to the partner portal. I hope everyone is able to see my screen. And so I believe everyone would be having access to the partner portal. If not, please reach out to us or Fortinet as soon as possible to get access to the partner portal, because it's a huge asset, okay, in for enabling yourselves and for positioning the solution in front of the customers. Now we have NSE training. So it's part of our partner enablement program, the Network Security Expert Program. So NSE training, as you can see, we have a lot of certifications and training, certificate preparations and trainings available. So we have 8 levels of certification starting from NSE 1 to 8. NSE 1, 2, and 3 are sales. So the sales guys out there, if you want to, understand the Fortinet portfolio, you just go through the NSE 1, 2, and 3 certification. From NSE 4, it's all technical. And if you click on any of the certification, you can then enroll yourself for self-paced trainings. After the self-paced training, you will be also able to enroll yourself on complete hands-on labs. Okay. So this training is available not just for one particular product, that is FortiGate. No, it is available for a variety of products, close to 20 products. Okay. So we have trainings available for FortiGate, FortiManager, Analyzer, SIM, then other advanced technologies, FortiMail, FortiWeb, Wireless, Authenticator, Sandbox. And what we are discussing here right now is SD-WAN. So we also have introduced the SD-WAN training. So NSE 1, 2, 3 are sales, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are technical, and also we have our other technical courses. In that we have our new product FortiInsight, FortiSIM Parser. So if you want advanced training on FortiSIM, you can go and learn how to create custom passes. Then we have SD-WAN training. Okay, so this training just takes you through to the SD-WAN feature. So everything that you need to know about SD-WAN in FortiGate, it's mentioned in this particular training. So after you complete the self-paced training or self-paced videos, you will be able to register yourself for a lab. Okay, there is also a sample quiz that you can take after going through the particular course. Now this was our NSE Institute, which has a variety of courses and trainings available for the partner, absolutely free of cost. Now the next important tab on the partner portal is CTAP. So for CTAP, generally you just need to create an assessment. Okay, download a particular config file, restore it on your FortiGate device, and just you're good to go. You can just then connect that device in the customer environment and start getting reports. So when you go to CTAP, you can select what type of solution you want to do an assessment for, either next generation firewall, email, or SD-WAN. So we'll select SD-WAN. So when you go to SD-WAN, it will tell you, how to run the assessment and what does this help you to achieve. So I'll say get started. So it will take us through the CTAP portal. Okay. So the CTAP portal, you can create and manage your assessments. Okay. So you can just say, I want to create a new assessment for SD-WAN. Then the assessment, creating an assessment is very, very simple. You just have to fill the information which you have gathered from the customer name, the country, the industry which the customer belongs to, the company size, okay, the model that you will be putting into the customer environment. So currently CTAP is supported on these 5 models, that is 60E, 100D, 300D, 300E, and 1500D. So as you can see, we have taken a variety of devices to cater to different customers. Okay, be it an SMB or an enterprise customer. So we have models which are suited for any range of CTAP assessment. Then you just fill out additional information, the details, their SD-WAN details. You can also ask them what type of link they are using and how much they are paying, okay, which can be used in the assessment and report to calculate the cost and the cost savings that the customer can get. So once you save this, you will be able to download a config file, which you just have to restore it on the FortiGate. That's it. And your FortiGate will be ready to be deployed in the customer environment. There you place it, for a couple of days or maximum a week, and you will be good to go and you will be able to get the report. Now, if you have any queries, you can let us know. Okay, and if you want to learn more about the CTAP program, we have the help menu. So whatever queries you have about SD-WAN, if you want, how you want to approach SD-WAN, what CTAP can do for SD-WAN or for next generation firewall, how to start the SD-WAN, how to start the CTAP, everything is mentioned in the help section. So you just have to just go through some documents. You also get a sample report. Okay, you can download a sample report and have a look at how it looks. You can also see a video on how to start CTAP for SD-WAN. If you have any queries in mind, you can reach out to us. There is also FAQs, frequently asked questions, which can help you resolving your queries or answer your queries. So this is all about CTAP. It's very, very useful. So Fortinet has internal data that 10 out of every 10 CTAPs, 9 of them close into a deal. Okay, so it has CTAP has a 90% hit rate. So when you do a CTAP, are very high chances that you will be So this is the firewall console. So this is the FortiGate. And from if you want to have a look and if you want to configure SD-WAN, you just have to go to network SD-WAN. Okay. Now SD-WAN is if we say in very layman term, it basically provides load balancing, in a at a very granular level. Okay, so to to provide failover or load balancing, what is the one thing that is required is a minimum of 2 links, right? If the customer has only one link, then it does not make sense to talk about SD-WAN, because if he has only one link, then how will you fail over or load balance? Okay, so but if the customer even has one link, then it does not mean that FortiGate cannot do anything. FortiGate has traffic shapers, FortiGate has bandwidth management, okay, to even control traffic over a single link. But to use SD-WAN, just remember that you need a minimum of 2 links, more than 1 links. Now that link can be MPLS, can be any lease line, can be any ADSL link, it can even be a 3G, 4G modem. Okay. So now in this example, I have added 2 interfaces, port 1 and port 2. These are my WAN interfaces. Okay. So I've just configured my WAN interfaces and I've added them into the SD-WAN interface. Okay. So by default, SD-WAN is not enabled. You just have to enable and add all the WAN interfaces one by one. That's it. Then you will be done with the SD-WAN interface creation. So once your SD-WAN is up and running, you can also monitor the usage of your SD-WAN interfaces. So in terms of the current bandwidth, in terms of total volume sent, and in terms of the sessions being held or handled by the SD-WAN interfaces. Now, the thing that differentiates traditional load balancing and SD-WAN are the performance SLAs. So here you can create different SLAs. So here I'm just testing that whether my WAN interfaces are able to ping the public DNS, just to check whether they are up or not. Okay, if any link fails to ping my servers, I will say remove it from SD-WAN and bring that interface down because it is no longer up. Now, how or what is traditional load balancing? In traditional load balancing, you have a primary link and a secondary link. So all your traffic goes via the primary link. Okay. Now, until and unless the primary link goes completely down, okay, the secondary link won't come up. Okay. So it might, and in real world scenario, it might happen that for some applications or for some destinations, you are getting better performance on primary link, and for some applications you are getting better performance on the secondary link. Okay, so here for consider here facebook.com, okay, or if we say youtube.com or facebook.com. So for facebook.com, it might be possible that Facebook has better connectivity over port 1 or WAN 1, whereas YouTube has better connectivity over WAN 2. So why should I keep using my primary link? If I know that YouTube has better chance and better application experience over WAN 2, why should I keep using WAN 1 for it? Okay, so here you can see port 2 on Facebook has 1% packet loss, whereas on port 1 it does not have. Okay, So we'll just see an example. So what I've done is I've created some sample performance SLAs. So I first created a Microsoft Office SLA, and I'm saying to test the SLA or to test whether Microsoft Office is reachable, I say ping to outlook.office365.com. Okay. And now I'm creating an SLA target for myself. I'm saying Outlook Office 365 will be considered to be going through the best link when the latency is below 250 milliseconds. If any WAN link out of port 1 and port 2 goes beyond the 250 milliseconds, that means it is no longer the best link for Office 365, and automatically it will switch the traffic to WAN 2. Okay. In traditional load balancing, even if I am getting very high latencies, it will still continue to use the primary link. Okay. So here we are doing dynamic failover, or we would say application aware or destination aware failover. So now with SD-WAN, there is nothing called as a primary link or secondary link. It's a best link for certain destinations. So my WAN 1 might be the primary link for certain applications. My WAN 2 might be the primary link for certain applications. So basically you have to give a destination and your criteria to reach that particular destination. So as soon as you save it, FortiGate will start monitoring the performance and SLA targets. It will start evaluating the targets for that particular performance SLA or that particular destination. So here you can see that I have created multiple entries. We have for Facebook, we have for YouTube and Office 365. Now there are only 3 steps for SD-WAN. One is adding the interfaces to SD-WAN, then creating performance SLAs for your business critical applications, and you can also create performance SLAs or rules for your less critical traffic and send it via a low performing link or a very low bandwidth link. Okay. Then once we set the performance SLAs, then we come to the rules. Now here you can see that I have created certain rules. So when we check the YouTube rule, I am saying anyone that comes from source address my local LAN, and when he reaches or when he tries to use the YouTube application, okay, via the browser or in any way via mobile or anything. So if he tries to go to YouTube, I want the best quality link to be sent out. Okay. So here here you can see the interface preference. So the order in which the links are added. So as you can see, I will just remove it. So the order in which the links are added, the first interface that is added becomes the preferred interface. Okay. So all traffic for YouTube will be sent out via port 1, provided it meets the SLA targets. Okay. So in YouTube, I have mentioned that monitor or measure the SLA against latency. So whoever has the lowest latency to reach YouTube, send the traffic out of that particular WAN link. Again, we have a similar rule for Facebook. So if you notice the difference, if I just go back to YouTube again, so here I have used application. Now you have the liberty of choosing from more than 5,000 plus applications. So you can pick and choose for which application you want to provide SD-WAN or provide SLA inspection. Now next, I have for Facebook.com, I have used the Internet Service Database. Okay, so Internet Service Database is again a database of known cloud services and cloud applications. So it's a database of all the IP addresses and the ports utilized by that particular application or that particular service. So either you can use application or you can use internet service, or if you know a particular destination, if you want only for a particular IP address or a particular FQDN, you can also mention it as a simple address. So here also we are selecting that we want to send the traffic out via the best link. But here I have set the interface preference to port 2. Okay, and I'm measuring the SLA against facebook.com, but here my criteria is jitters. So I'm not deciding the best link via latency. I'm measuring it via jitters. Jitters is nothing but average perceived latency. Okay. Then for Microsoft Office, the newest addition in 6.2, that is maximize bandwidth. So I'm doing a per packet load balance. So I'm saying any traffic going to Microsoft Office 365 or any IPs or any IP addresses or any IP range used by Microsoft Office 365, if the traffic is destined to that, provide maximum bandwidth, provide load balance over both port 1 and port 2. I'm also measuring it against an SLA target. Okay, so I will only send it out. Okay, I will only send it out via both the links if and only they are within my SLA targets. If any link goes outside my SLA target, I will no longer consider it for load balance. If it comes back again within the SLA targets, then I will add it again to the load balance. All this happens, automatically. You don't, once you configure these settings, you don't have to do any additional changes or any other manual intervention. Another advantage of SD-WAN is that it simplifies your policy configuration. Okay, so I no longer need to create LAN to multiple WAN policies like LAN to WAN 1, LAN to WAN 2. I can simply consolidate it via a single policy called as from LAN to SD-WAN. So port 3 is my LAN. So as you can see here, I can easily consolidate all my WAN traffic from a single interface SD-WAN. That's it, finish. So here we'll just have a look. Okay, I will put a filter or a column for destination interface. And I have only one source address. If you see, I am the traffic is only going from one source address, that is 10.0.10, which is my local Windows machine. And you can already see that the traffic is going out from port 1 and port 2. So it's already started load balancing. Okay, so now I will just I will just end the session and then we'll move to Q&A. Just give me just 2 minutes and then we'll be moving to the next part. Okay, so you can see it from going from so there are some other destinations which are going from other interfaces. We can see it is getting load balanced. So we'll come back here, network, SD-WAN rules. We'll come back again to web filter. You can see Facebook is going via port 2. Okay. So here, can you see Microsoft Office? Can you see the different URLs for Microsoft Office? So you can see some. You can see some of the links. Outlook.office 365 is going from port 1. Okay, Facebook is always port 2 because we have provided best quality and the interface preference to port 2. But here you can see login.microsoftonline.com, it is port 1. Again, this is MS Auth. Okay, again a Microsoft link for Office 365. Again, it is going from port 1, and another link for Office 365, it is going for port 2. So earlier, this used to not happen. So how we used to load balance is via source IP. So one source IP used to always go out via one link, or one source IP and one destination always used to choose one particular link. So here we can see that a single destination, even for a single destination, we are able to do per packet load balance. So this is how it's done. So if we bring down a particular interface, it will be not considered for SD-WAN. If the link goes down, it will no longer be considered for SD-WAN, and all traffic will be shifted to the another link. Okay. So you can, as we see here, you can if you know what are the business critical applications and what are the business critical destinations that the customer have, you can just simply or very quickly create the rules. Okay, hardly it will take time. So all the major internet destinations, all the major applications, and business apps on the cloud are already mentioned as, are already there on the FortiGate as applications and ISDB. So there is very less manual work for you. So 3 steps: create an SD-WAN, add more than one link, create performance SLAs based on your business critical services. Either you can do HTTP, you want to see the connectivity, or health check via HTTP or ping, you can choose that. And create SD-WAN rules to basically decide which is the preferred interface and which is the backup interface, or whether you want to do load balance or not. So in the rules, there is an implicit rule. Okay, there is a implicit rule or a default rule. So if the traffic does not match any rule, by default SD-WAN will load balance them across all the available WAN links. Okay. And when we move back to SD-WAN, again, as I earlier mentioned, you can monitor the number of sessions and the volume and bandwidth that is distributed across the across the WAN interfaces. Now you can see earlier majority of the sessions were going from port 1, but when we enabled Facebook, so there were some sessions which are going now via port 2 also. So it is properly load balanced in terms of sessions, volume, and bandwidth. So this is it. So please let me know. So Zaki and myself are available. So if you have any queries regarding the new partner program, regarding SD-WAN, you can just shoot out the questions to us.